Here's a message for every Christian. Step forward, not with your Bible, not with your faith, not with your belief, but with your truth. Let's strip it all away for a second. Remove the Bible, remove belief, remove faith. Now answer one simple question. Do you know Jesus? Do you know God? Yes or no? Not I believe, not I feel, not I was taught, not I read in a book. No, yes or no? And I already hear some in the back saying, I know Jesus, I know God, I encountered them, I have faith. So let's decode the very words you're hiding behind, because meaning exposes truth. To know means you had direct, undeniable experience through your senses, seeing, hearing, touching, meeting, experiencing. You cannot know Jesus if the Bible never describes what he looked like. You cannot know God if the Bible tells you he is a spirit, invisible, untouchable, non-physical. So how do you say you know what the Bible itself says you cannot see? How do you encounter what you cannot meet? An encounter is a direct meeting. Sight, sound, presence, interaction. Feeling something, being emotional, or having a thought is not an encounter. It's interpretation. Most people feel a sensation and call it God. That is not divine encounter. And then there's faith. Faith comes from Latin fides, meaning trust without evidence. It's emotion, assumption, internalization, hope. Faith is literally to accept something without proof and treat it as fact because you want it to be true. Faith is not knowledge. Faith is not encounter. Faith is not proof. Faith is what you rely on when you do not know. I know Christians are going to pull this verse. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for and the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. That's why I say reading comprehension is a skill. Hebrews 11:1 is trying to explain faith in plain English, but most people don't understand it. Let me break it down for you. Assurance of things hoped for, confidence in something you wish exists, even though you have no evidence. It's emotional trust, not proof. Conviction of things not seen, certainty about something invisible or unexperienced, again without proof. It is belief without sensory evidence. In plain English, faith is trusting and feeling certain about something you cannot see, touch, or verify. This verse does not teach knowledge. It does not teach encounter. It teaches hope plus emotional certainty. So when Christians quote this verse, thinking it validates their knowledge of God or Jesus, they are misunderstanding it. It literally confirms that faith is believing without seeing, not knowing. Most people never think about what they mean when they say believe either. Believe comes from Old English belly fun, to accept something without proof, broken down even deeper. Be equal, to make leaf equal, to wish, desire. So believe literally means to make something true in your mind because you want it to be. Faith, belief, and wishful thinking are all built on the same thing, accepting without knowing. So, Christians, what does that really mean? Every time you say, Jesus saved me, God created me, Jesus died for my sins, God is my Father, ask yourself, saved you from what? How exactly did it save you? Since we've clarified it, you cannot see Jesus, you cannot describe him. So how do you know you are saved? How did Jesus die for you specifically? That event happened 2,000 years ago. You weren't there. You didn't verify it. You didn't witness it. All you have is a story you read. How can something you cannot see, touch, or confirm change your reality? Sin. Sin is literally just mistakes. You make mistakes every single day. If sin is mistakes, how does an unseen death fix the mistakes you commit without proof? How does an event from history erase what you continue to do now? And God as your Father? The Bible does not say God is a man. It says God is a spirit. Spirits are invisible. Spirits do not have bodies. You cannot see them. How can an invisible, untouchable being be your father? The book never mentions a gender. So who exactly are you calling father? Who are you really speaking to when you say that? You're forced to confront a deep question. If you cannot see, verify, or experience it, if all you have is belief, hope, and trust, then what are you truly following? Every statement you make, saved by Jesus, God as Father, is built on faith in something you cannot know, not knowledge, not evidence, not encounter. That's not spirituality. That's programming. Here's the hard truth. You say Jesus is real, but you've never seen him, touched him, or spoken to him. You say, I encountered God, but how do you encounter a spirit you cannot see or touch? You say, I have faith, but faith is trust without evidence, not knowledge. You say, God created me, but you can't explain how, when, or why. And the moment the book is removed, your entire foundation collapses. Why? Because you don't know, you believe. You don't have certainty, you have faith. So ask yourself, do you worship a God you know, or a God you were told to believe in? Do you follow truth or tradition? Do you walk with knowledge or conditioning? Because the day you stop believing, stop relying on faith, and start knowing, your whole life shifts. Wake up.